Question 1. Who is the current monarch of the United Kingdom as of September 2022? A. Queen Elizabeth II. B. King George VII. C. King Charles III. D. Queen Anne II. Answer: C. King Charles III. King Charles III became the monarch of the United Kingdom on 8 September 2022, following the death of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II. Question 2. What significant event led to King Charles III ascending the throne? A. The abdication of the previous monarch. B. The natural death of the previous monarch. C. A change in the line of succession laws. D. A public referendum. Answer: B. The natural death of the previous monarch. King Charles III ascended to the throne following the death of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II. Question 3. Who is the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom as of 2022? A. Boris Johnson. B. Theresa May. C. Rishi Sunak. D. Jeremy Corbyn. Answer: C. Rishi Sunak. Rishi Sunak has been serving as the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom since 2022. Question 4. Which document, signed in 1215, had a lasting impact on British constitutional law? A. The Charter of Liberties. B. The Magna Carta. C. The Bill of Rights. D. The Act of Settlement. Answer: B. The Magna Carta. Signed in 1215, the Magna Carta is a foundational document that has had a lasting impact on British constitutional law and principles of justice. Question 5. What event is commemorated with bonfires and fireworks on November 5th each year? A. The restoration of the monarchy. B. The signing of the Magna Carta. C. The Gunpowder Plot. D. The Battle of Britain. Answer: C. The Gunpowder Plot. November 5th, known as Bonfire Night, commemorates the foiling of the Gunpowder Plot in 1605, an attempt to blow up the Houses of Parliament. Question 6. Describe the UK's departure from the European Union. A. Eurozone exit. B. Brexit. C. Devolution. D. Independence Day. Answer: B. Brexit. The term Brexit describes the United Kingdom's departure from the European Union, which officially occurred on January 31, 2020. Question 7. Where is the official residence of the British monarch located in London? A. Windsor Castle. B. Buckingham Palace. C. The Tower of London. D. Kensington Palace. Answer: B. Buckingham Palace. Buckingham Palace is the official London residence of the British monarch. Question 8. In which year did London last host the Summer Olympic Games? A. 1948. B. 2012. C. 2000. D. 1908. Answer: B. 2012. London last hosted the Summer Olympic Games in 2012. Question 9. Which global conflict is referred to as the Great War by the British? A. World War II. B. The Korean War. C. World War I. D. The Falklands War. Answer: C. World War I. The Great War, more commonly known today as World War I, is how the conflict was referred to during and after its occurrence until the advent of World War II. Question 10. What is the colloquial name of the national flag of the United Kingdom? A. The Royal Standard. B. The Union Jack. C. The Red Ensign. D. The Cross of St. George. Answer: B. The Union Jack. The colloquial name for the national flag of the United Kingdom is the Union Jack. Question 11. Explain the significance of the Magna Carta in modern democracy. A. It established the first parliamentary system. B. It limited the powers of the monarch. C. It introduced the concept of universal suffrage. D. It declared independence from foreign rule. Answer: B. It limited the powers of the monarch. The Magna Carta is significant in modern democracy because it limited the powers of the king and laid the foundation for future human rights and the principle of rule by law. Question 12. What major reform was introduced by the Human Rights Act 1998 in the UK? A. It decriminalized certain acts. B. It established the Supreme Court. C. It incorporated the European Convention on Human Rights into British law. D. It granted independence to the judiciary. Answer: C. It incorporated the European Convention on Human Rights into British law. The Human Rights Act 1998 was a major reform that made the rights outlined in the European Convention on Human Rights a part of British law. Question 13. Who was the first female Prime Minister of the UK? A. Elizabeth II. B. Mary Robinson. C. Margaret Thatcher. D. Indira Gandhi. Answer: C. Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher was the first female Prime Minister of the UK, serving from 1979 to 1990. Question 14. What was the historical significance of the Battle of Hastings in 1066? A. It ended Roman rule in Britain. B. It resulted in the Norman conquest of England. C. It led to the establishment of the Magna Carta. D. It was the first battle fought on British soil. Answer: B. It resulted in the Norman conquest of England. The Battle of Hastings in 1066 was historically significant because it led to the Norman conquest of England, dramatically changing the country's culture, language, and governance. Question 15. What is the name of the Scottish Parliament's official legislative body? A. The Scottish Assembly. B. The Scottish Parliament. C. The Scottish National Party. D. The Scottish Council. Answer: B. The Scottish Parliament. The official legislative body of Scotland is known as the Scottish Parliament. Question 16. Who is known as the father of English common law? A. William the Conqueror. B. King John. C. Henry II. D. Edward I. Answer: C. Henry II. King Henry II is known as the father of English common law due to his significant legal reforms, which laid the groundwork for the common law legal system. Question 17. What is the official name of the Houses of Parliament? A. The Royal Courts. B. The Palace of Westminster. C. The Parliamentary Building. D. The House of Lords. Answer: B. The Palace of Westminster. The official name of the Houses of Parliament is the Palace of Westminster. Question 18. What is the role of the House of Lords in the UK's legislative process? A. It is the primary legislative body. B. It reviews and amends proposed legislation. C. It elects the Prime Minister. D. It serves as the highest court of appeal. Answer: B. It reviews and amends proposed legislation. The House of Lords plays a crucial role in the UK's legislative process by reviewing, amending, and refining legislation proposed by the House of Commons. Question 19. What are the financial responsibilities of the Chancellor of the Exchequer? A. Managing the royal estates. B. Overseeing the country's budget and economy. C. Regulating the stock market exclusively. D. Directing foreign aid and international development. Answer: B. Overseeing the country's budget and economy. The Chancellor of the Exchequer is responsible for managing the overall financial and economic policy of the government, including the budget, public spending, taxation, and economic strategy. Question 20. What triggered the start of the English Civil War? A. The imposition of the ship money tax without parliamentary consent. B. A disagreement over religious reforms. C. The refusal of Charles I to address grievances listed in the Petition of Right. D. All of the above. Answer: D. All of the above. The English Civil War was triggered by a combination of factors, including the imposition of taxes without parliamentary consent, disagreements over religious policies, and political power struggles between Charles I and Parliament. Question 21. Which court is the highest in the United Kingdom? A. The Royal Courts of Justice. B. The Supreme Court of the United Kingdom. C. The High Court. D. The Court of Appeal. Answer: B. The Supreme Court of the United Kingdom. The Supreme Court is the highest court in the UK, with ultimate appellate authority over all civil and most criminal cases from England, Wales, and Northern Ireland, and civil cases from Scotland. Question 22. What does collective responsibility refer to in the context of the UK government? A. All members of the government support decisions made in the cabinet. B. Members of the government can publicly disagree with cabinet decisions. C. Each minister is responsible only for their own department. D. The Prime Minister has no obligation to consult the cabinet. Answer: A. All members of the government support decisions made in the cabinet. Collective responsibility means that all government ministers must support cabinet decisions in public and resign if they wish to publicly oppose. Question 23. Which legislation first granted voting rights to women over the age of 30 in the UK? A. The Women's Suffrage Act 1907. B. The Representation of the People Act 1918. C. The Equal Franchise Act 1928. D. The Electoral Reform Act 1948. Answer: B. The Representation of the People Act 1918. This act extended the vote to women over the age of 30 who met minimum property qualifications, significantly broadening the electorate after World War I. Question 24. During which monarch's reign did the Victorian era occur? A. Queen Elizabeth I. B. Queen Victoria. C. King Edward VII. D. Queen Elizabeth II. Answer: B. Queen Victoria. The Victorian era, named after Queen Victoria, spanned her reign from 1837 to 1901 and was marked by industrial, cultural, political, scientific, and military change within the United Kingdom. Question 25. What significant international event was held in London in 2012? A. The Commonwealth Games. B. The FIFA World Cup. C. The Summer Olympic Games. D. The UEFA European Championship. Answer: C. The Summer Olympic Games. London hosted the Summer Olympic Games in 2012, marking the city's third time hosting the Olympics, previously having done so in 1908 and 1948. Question 26. What is the importance of the Good Friday Agreement? A. It marked the UK's entry into the European Union. B. It was a treaty that ended the conflict in Northern Ireland. C. It established the Bank of England. D. It was an economic agreement with the Commonwealth nations. Answer: B. It was a treaty that ended the conflict in Northern Ireland. The Good Friday Agreement, signed in 1998, was a major political development that helped to end most of the violence of the Troubles, a period of conflict in Northern Ireland. Question 27. When was the smoking ban in public places implemented across the UK? A. 2003. B. 2007. C. 2012. D. 2015. Answer: B. 2007. The smoking ban, which prohibited smoking in all enclosed public places and workplaces, came into effect in England in 2007, with similar bans implemented slightly earlier in Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Question 28. Who discovered penicillin and why was this significant? A. Isaac Newton. B. Alexander Fleming. C. Charles Darwin. D. Michael Faraday. Answer: B. Alexander Fleming. Fleming discovered penicillin in 1928, and it was significant because it led to the development of antibiotics, which have saved countless lives by effectively treating bacterial infections. Question 29. When was the National Health Service, NHS, established and who was responsible? A. 1948 by Winston Churchill. B. 1948 by Aneurin Bevan. C. 1952 by Clement Attlee. D. 1952 by Harold Macmillan. Answer: B. 1948 by Aneurin Bevan. The NHS was founded in 1948 by Aneurin Bevan, then Minister of Health, providing health care free at the point of delivery based on need rather than ability to pay. Question 30. What type of legal system is used in Scotland? A. Civil law. B. Common law. C. Religious law. D. Customary law. Answer: B. Common law. Scotland uses a hybrid legal system that incorporates elements of both civil and common law traditions. Question 31. Who are the permanent members of the United Nations Security Council, including the UK? A. UK, USA, Russia, Germany, China. B. UK, USA, Russia, France, China. C. UK, USA, Russia, India, China. D. UK, USA, Germany, Japan, China. Answer: B. UK, USA, Russia, France, China. These 5 countries are the permanent members of the UN Security Council, each holding veto power. Question 32. Why was the Battle of Britain in 1940 historically significant? A. It marked the first aerial battle fought entirely by air forces. B. It resulted in Britain's surrender to Germany. C. It led to the invasion of Britain by German forces. D. It initiated the United States' entry into World War II. Answer: A. It marked the first aerial battle fought entirely by air forces. The Battle of Britain was significant because it was the first major military campaign to be fought entirely in the air, and it marked a crucial turning point in the Allies' favor during World War II. Question 33. Who was the British monarch during World War I? A. King George V. B. King Edward VII. C. Queen Victoria. D. King George VI. Answer: A. King George V. King George V was the British monarch during World War I, which lasted from 1914 to 1918. Question 34. Describe the structure of the British parliamentary electoral system. A. Single transferable vote. B. Proportional representation. C. First past the post. D. Mixed member proportional. Answer: C. First past the post. The UK uses the first past the post electoral system for general elections, where the candidate who receives the most votes in each constituency wins a seat in the House of Commons. Question 35. What does devolution mean in the context of UK governance? A. It centralizes power in Westminster. B. It grants independence to Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. C. It transfers certain powers from the UK Parliament to devolved administrations. D. It abolishes regional governments. Answer: C. It transfers certain powers from the UK Parliament to devolved administrations in Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, allowing them to have greater control over their own affairs. Question 36. What constitutes the British Constitution? A. A single written document. B. A collection of statutes, conventions, judicial decisions, and treaties. C. The decrees of the monarch. D. The laws passed by the European Union. Answer: B. A collection of statutes, conventions, judicial decisions, and treaties. The UK does not have a single written constitution, but is governed by various sources that together make up the constitutional framework. Question 37. Who holds the position of head of state in the UK? A. The Prime Minister. B. The Monarch. C. The Speaker of the House of Commons. D. The Lord Chancellor. Answer: B. The Monarch. The Monarch is the ceremonial head of state in the UK, currently King Charles III. Question 38. What are the reserved powers in the Scottish Parliament? A. defense and foreign affairs only. B. Education and healthcare only. C. Most domestic issues except for foreign affairs, defense, and fiscal policy. D. All powers, as Scotland is fully independent. Answer: C. Most domestic issues except for foreign affairs, defense, and fiscal policy. The Scottish Parliament has extensive powers over domestic policy areas like education and health, but does not control reserved matters, such as defense and foreign affairs. Question 39. What role does the Welsh Parliament, known as the Senedd, play? A. To manage local governments in Wales. B. To oversee all UK diplomatic relations. C. To legislate on devolved matters within Wales. D. To serve as a purely advisory body without legislative power. Answer: C. To legislate on devolved matters within Wales. The Senedd has the power to make legislation and manage various devolved issues specifically pertaining to Wales, including health, education, and local government. Question 40. Describe the impact of the Industrial Revolution on the UK. A. It led to a decline in urban population as people returned to rural areas. B. It caused significant urbanization and changed the nature of employment. C. It isolated the UK from European technological advancements. D. It had little impact on the UK's economy or society. Answer: B. It caused significant urbanization and changed the nature of employment. The Industrial Revolution, which began in the late 18th century in the UK, dramatically transformed the economy, leading to rapid urbanization, shifts in employment from agriculture to industrial sectors, and significant technological innovations. Question 41. What is commonly referred to as Big Ben? A. The clock. B. The bell. C. The tower. D. Both the clock and the bell. Answer: B. The bell, commonly referred to as Big Ben. This actually specifically refers to the Great Bell inside the clock tower at the Palace of Westminster. Question 42. Identify a major health crisis that impacted the UK in the early 2000s. A. The swine flu pandemic. B. The avian flu epidemic. C. The foot and mouth disease outbreak. D. The COVID-19 pandemic. Answer: C. The foot and mouth disease outbreak. This major agricultural crisis in 2001 led to widespread culling of livestock and significant disruptions to rural communities. Question 43. When was the death penalty for murder abolished in the UK? A. 1965. B. 1969. C. 1971. D. 1981. Answer: A. 1965. The murder, abolition of death penalty. Act 1965 abolished the death penalty for murder across the UK. Question 44. Who was the Prime Minister of the UK during the 2012 London Olympics? A. Gordon Brown. B. David Cameron. C. Tony Blair. D. Theresa May. Answer: B. David Cameron. David Cameron was the UK Prime Minister when London hosted the 2012 Summer Olympic Games. Question 45. What document formally established the Commonwealth of Nations? A. The London Declaration. B. The Statute of Westminster. C. The Balfour Declaration. D. The Commonwealth Charter. Answer: A. The London Declaration. The London Declaration of 1949 marked the birth of the modern Commonwealth, making it a free association of independent nations. Question 46. What is the highest judicial authority in Northern Ireland? A. The Northern Ireland Court of Appeal. B. The Supreme Court of the United Kingdom. C. The High Court of Northern Ireland. D. The Judicial Committee of the Privy Council. Answer: B. The Supreme Court of the United Kingdom. Although Northern Ireland has its own judiciary system, The Supreme Court of the UK is the highest authority for appellate cases. Question 47. What significant legal reform was introduced by the Judicature Acts in the 1870s? A. The creation of the Supreme Court. B. The unification of the separate courts of law and equity. C. The establishment of judicial review. D. The introduction of civil rights law. Answer. B. The unification of the separate courts of law and equity. The Judicature Acts reformed the English court system by combining the courts of common law and equity into one system, streamlining the legal process. Question 48. Who was the last British monarch of the House of Hanover? A. Queen Victoria. B. King Edward VII. C. Queen Elizabeth II. D. King George VI. Answer. A. Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria was the last monarch of the House of Hanover. Her death in 1901 ended the reign of this house. Question 49. What is the official Scottish residence of the British monarch? A. Balmoral Castle. B. Holyrood Palace. C. Stirling Castle. D. Edinburgh Castle. Answer. B. Holyrood Palace. Holyrood Palace is the official Scottish residence of the British monarch, located in Edinburgh. Question 50. What was the primary aim of establishing the welfare state post-World War II? A. To promote economic growth. B. To reduce the wealth gap. C. To provide social security and public services. D. To privatize healthcare. Answer. C. To provide social security and public services. The establishment of the welfare state aimed to provide comprehensive health, education, and welfare services to all citizens, funded by the state. Question 51. Which treaty normalized relations between the UK and the Republic of Ireland? A. The Belfast Agreement. B. The Anglo-Irish Treaty. C. The Easter Accord. D. The Dublin Declaration. Answer. A. The Belfast Agreement, also known as the Good Friday Agreement. Signed in 1998, this treaty was instrumental in ending the majority of the violence associated with the Troubles in Northern Ireland. Question 52. What is the role of the Speaker in the House of Commons? A. To represent the ruling party. B. To preside over debates and maintain order. C. To vote on legislation. D. To appoint members to committees. Answer. B. To preside over debates and maintain order. The Speaker of the House of Commons is responsible for ensuring that debates run smoothly, that parliamentary rules are followed, and for maintaining order. Question 53. How does the UK participate in international relations? A. Through its membership in the European Union. B. As a founding member of NATO. C. As a permanent member of the United Nations Security Council. D. All of the above. Answer. C. As a permanent member of the United Nations Security Council. While the UK is also a member of many other international organizations, its role as a permanent member of the UN Security Council is crucial for its influence in international relations. Question 54. Why is the Stone of Scone historically significant? A. It is the site of the original Scottish Parliament. B. It is used in the coronation ceremonies of British monarchs. C. It is a religious artifact dating back to Roman times. D. It symbolizes the unification of England and Scotland. Answer. B. It is used in the coronation ceremonies of British monarchs. The Stone of Scone, also known as the Stone of Destiny, has a historic role in the coronation ceremonies, symbolizing the monarchy's right to rule. Question 55. How is judicial independence maintained in the UK? A. By political appointments to the judiciary. B. Through the separation of powers, ensuring the judiciary is free from political influence. C. By having judicial decisions ratified by Parliament. D. Through public elections of judges. Answer. B. Through the separation of powers, ensuring the judiciary is free from political influence. This fundamental principle ensures that judges can make decisions based on law, not political pressure or influence. Question 56. What were the effects of the Glorious Revolution on the British monarchy? A. It abolished the monarchy. B. It restricted the powers of the monarchy under constitutional law. C. It expanded the powers of the monarchy. D. It merged the English and Scottish thrones. Answer. B. It restricted the powers of the monarchy under constitutional law. The Glorious Revolution of 1688 led to significant constitutional changes that limited royal power and enhanced the role of Parliament. Question 57. Which Prime Minister is credited with introducing the welfare state in the UK? A. Winston Churchill. B. Clement Attlee. C. Margaret Thatcher. D. Tony Blair. Answer. B. Clement Attlee. The Attlee government, 1945 to 1951, is credited with laying the foundations of the modern British welfare state, including the establishment of the NHS. Question 58. What financial crisis led to austerity measures in the UK in 2010? A. The dot-com bubble burst. B. The 2008 global financial crisis. C. The Asian financial crisis. D. The European sovereign debt crisis. Answer. B. The 2008 global financial crisis. The aftermath of this crisis led to significant economic downturns and austerity measures aimed at reducing national debt and restoring economic stability. Question 59. What legislation governs data protection and privacy in the UK? A. The Data Protection Act 1998. B. The Information Technology Act. C. The General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR. D. The Data Protection Act 2018. Answer. D. The Data Protection Act 2018. This act updates data protection laws in the UK, including provisions to comply with the GDPR, and governs how personal information is used by organizations, businesses, or the government. Question 60. What was a major constitutional reform in the UK in 1997? A. The creation of the Supreme Court. B. The devolution of powers to Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. C. The introduction of the euro. D. The reform of the House of Lords. Answer. B. The devolution of powers to Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. This major constitutional reform granted these regions their own parliaments/assemblies, significantly changing the political landscape of the UK. Question 61. What was a major constitutional reform in the UK in 1997? A. The creation of the Supreme Court. B. The devolution of powers to Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. C. The introduction of the euro. D. The reform of the House of Lords. Answer. B. The devolution of powers to Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. This reform allowed each region to have its own parliament or assembly with varying degrees of legislative authority, significantly changing the political structure of the UK. Question 62. Who was the British monarch at the time of the Act of Union with Ireland in 1801? A. Queen Victoria. B. King George III. C. King Edward VII. D. Queen Elizabeth I. Answer. B. King George III. He was the monarch when the kingdoms of Great Britain and Ireland were united into a single state, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. Question 63. What are the duties of the UK Home Secretary? A. To oversee economic policies. B. To manage foreign diplomatic affairs. C. To oversee domestic security and immigration. D. To regulate education and health services. Answer. C. To oversee domestic security and immigration. The Home Secretary is responsible for the internal affairs of England and Wales, particularly security, policing, and immigration. Question 64. Which act was pivotal in addressing climate change in the UK? A. The Clean Air Act. B. The The Climate Change Act of 2008. C. The Environmental Protection Act. D. The Green Energy Act. Answer B. The Climate Change Act of 2008. This was the first legal framework in the UK to set long-term binding goals for reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Question 65. Which historic ship is preserved as a museum on the River Thames? A. HMS Belfast. B. HMS Victory. C. The Mary Rose. D. The Cutty Sark. Answer D. The Cutty Sark. This historic clipper ship is preserved as a museum on the River Thames, celebrated for its speed and design. Question 66. What is the primary role of the UK's Privy Council? A. To advise the monarch. B. To govern the UK's overseas territories. C. To handle domestic legislation. D. To manage the UK's defence forces. Answer A. To advise the monarch. The Privy Council historically advises the King or Queen and is involved in a range of executive responsibilities. Question 67. Which British explorer is credited with the discovery of Australia? A. James Cook. B. Francis Drake. C. Walter Raleigh. D. John Cabot. Answer A. James Cook. Captain James Cook is credited with the first recorded European contact with the eastern coastline of Australia in 1770. Question 68. Describe the role of the Prime Minister's questions in the UK parliamentary system. A. A weekly session where the Prime Minister answers questions from the public. B. A monthly session where the Prime Minister debates with the Leader of the Opposition. C. A weekly session where the Prime Minister answers questions from MPs. D. An annual event where the Prime Minister presents new legislation. Answer C. A weekly session where the Prime Minister answers questions from MPs. This session is an important aspect of parliamentary accountability and transparency. Question 69. What is the significance of the Reform Acts in the context of British electoral history? A. They restricted voting rights to a smaller group. B. They abolished the monarchy's influence in elections. C. They extended voting rights to more citizens and reformed electoral districts. D. They introduced electronic voting. Answer C. They extended voting rights to more citizens and reformed electoral districts. The various Reform Acts throughout the 19th and early 20th centuries gradually expanded the electorate and made the electoral system more representative. Question 70. Who was known as the Iron Lady of British politics? A. Queen Elizabeth I. B. Margaret Thatcher. C. Theresa May. D. Angela Merkel. Answer B. Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher, the Prime Minister from 1979 to 1990, was nicknamed the Iron Lady for her strong and uncompromising leadership style. Question 71. Which crisis led to the formation of the coalition government in 2010? A. The dot-com bubble burst. B. The global financial crisis of 2008. C. The energy crisis. D. Brexit. Answer B. The global financial crisis of 2008. The aftermath of this crisis and the ensuing economic instability were key factors leading to the formation of a coalition government between the Conservative and Liberal Democrat parties in 2010. Question 72. What does the term Westminster system refer to? A. A specific type of bureaucratic system. B. A method of non-partisan elections. C. The parliamentary system of government modeled after that of the UK. D. The judicial system in the UK. Answer C. The parliamentary system of government modeled after that of the UK. The Westminster system is a democratic parliamentary system of government that was first developed in the UK and is used by many other nations. Question 73. Which royal residence is known as the Queen's Weekend Home? A. Buckingham Palace. B. Sandringham House. C. Windsor Castle. D. Balmoral Castle. Answer: C. Windsor Castle. Windsor Castle is known as the Queen's weekend home and is often used for private and state occasions. Question 74. What was the main outcome of the Beveridge Report of 1942? A. The establishment of the welfare state. B. The end of the British Empire. C. The adoption of the euro. D. The creation of the United Nations. Answer: A. The establishment of the welfare state. The Beveridge Report led to the establishment of the welfare state in the UK, with key provisions for health care, education, and social security. Question 75. Who was the longest-serving British Prime Minister of the 20th century? A. Winston Churchill. B. Margaret Thatcher. C. Harold Wilson. D. Tony Blair. Answer: B. Margaret Thatcher. Serving from 1979 to 1990, Margaret Thatcher was the longest-serving British Prime Minister of the 20th century.